So in the process of using spirituality to enhance my own life, there's been two life-changing things that I have experienced that I want to share with you today. The first thing I want to tell you is I have learned to give myself grace. Okay? There used to be a point in time in my life where I used to beat myself up tremendously for every single mistake I made. But today, I am my biggest ally. I give myself grace because I look at things in a way that nothing is permanent. Neither my joys are permanent, nor are my sorrows. Yes, it's okay to experience your sorrow point in time. There's nothing wrong with that. But then when I start to dwell a little bit longer than necessary, I remind myself that even that mistake that I made has a purpose in my life as a teacher. And I give myself grace for trying my best at that moment with the type of data that I had to make those decisions that I made that did not result in quote unquote success. Okay? So my relationship with grace changed because I stopped looking at grace as something that comes from an external entity. I started seeing grace as something that I am able to extend to myself as a part of me being connected to my higher power. Okay? You don't even have to go there. You don't even have to go that far. Even if you don't have a relationship with your higher power, whatever that higher power may look like, you can still extend yourself the courtesy to say to yourself that, hey, it's okay. You did not have the data points that you have right now to make those decisions. Yes, you made those decisions, but you did that based on the consciousness you had at that point in time. Okay? So when you're able to do that and you're able to give yourself grace, the second part of this arises. You start finding ease in difficult circumstances. Now, that's paradoxical because what do you mean finding ease in difficult circumstances is when you start to actually experience the fact that, hey, you know what? Success was never guaranteed, or at least success, the way I wanted to see, was never a guarantee. Because in this life, there are so many variables, seen, material variables, and unseen, spiritual variables, that there is no way for us to account for every single one of these variables. So the best thing we can do is put our best foot forward and see what our actions yield us without getting hung up about the results, without being outcome dependent. And when we are able to become outcome independent, and this is a process, this is an unfolding process, slowly and slowly we get there to the true outcome independence stance in our daily lives. But as we start to move into that territory, we start to experience ease because we are not so much hyper fixated on having to have or having to be successful in the way that we thought success was going to show up in our lives. Because sometimes failures, and I'm using the word failure, but it's really a learning experience, can take us into a route that we did not want to go, but we needed to go in order for us to become a more wholesome human being. All right, so in this paradox of life, not everything will result the way we want it to result. And that is the biggest piece for us to understand in our journey, because once we are fully capable of grasping the fact that the results are not up to us to determine, we start to become this ease magnet, manifesting ease in our life. And once we start to manifest ease in our life, nothing can really rattle us from our truth. That's what I'm here to say today. And it doesn't even matter. Once we are able to attract ease in our life, it doesn't even matter what the outcome is. Even if that success isn't what we thought the success would be, doesn't matter. It's not about that anymore. It's about living life and witnessing life, metacognizing life, and seeing where it takes us, where this journey guides us to. That is also true surrender. All right, I've said a lot in this video. I would like for you to comment on the comment section and let me know what you feel about what I just shared with you. Coach KP, peace.